We continue now with the book of Jeremiah, and we are going to, as we say, take the Robert Alter book and read from it some of these sections that we're dealing with, and then we will read some of the notes that are down below it. So here we will begin. I was going to begin with 6, but I think I'll begin with 7 because that's the one that is where God is speaking through Jeremiah about what's going on with the nation at the time. So we're going to begin here with verse 7. I have forsaken my house, abandoned my estate. I have given my dearest one into her enemies' hands. My estate has become for me like a lion in a forest. She raised her voice against me. Therefore I do hate her. In my estate, a blood-splattered vulture. Are the vultures circling around her? Go gather all the beasts in the field, bring them to the devouring. Many shepherds despoiled my vineyards. They trampled my plot. They made my precious plot a desolate wilderness. They have made her a desolate, and mourns to me desolate. All the lands is desolate, and no man pays it heed. On all the bare heights in the wilderness, the spoilers have come, for the Lord's sword has devoured them, and the end of the land, to the end of the land, there is no peace for all flesh. They have sown wheat and thorns they have reaped. They have fallen ill to no avail. They shamed, be shamed by your harvest, by the smoldering wrath of God. Thus says God, concerning all my evil neighbors who have enroached on the estate that I conferred to my people Israel, I am about to uproot them from the land and the house of Judah. I will uproot them from their midst, and I shall be after I uproot them, that I might turn back and show mercy to them, and bring them back, each to his estate and each to his land. And it shall be, if they indeed learn the ways of my people, to swear by my name, as the Lord lives, and as they taught my people to swear by Baal, they shall be built up in the midst of my people. But if they do not heed, I will uproot that nation, uprooting and destroying, says the Lord. So there you get the context of what was going on at the time. And you see the people falling out for idols and other worshiping forms and following kings and rulers who have done a very bad job for their own people. Now, I'm going to read you one note. I think we have time. We'll take a little look at this one down here, the blood-spattered vulture. Now, I will read this very carefully so that we get a little idea what Alter makes of the blood-spattered vulture. This phrase is a famous crux. The word Tsavau apostrophe A does mean painted, as some understood it in later Hebrew, but it is not used in this sense elsewhere in the Bible. The painted birds of prey, they would be a strange practice. Lindborn finished this by translating it speckled. Other links to this Hebrew word are for finger and suggest that they were sharp claws. This translation follows Rashi and Kimsky, assuming that the restlessness of the bird as a scavenger is emphasized. In later Hebrew, the phrase becomes a term for hypocrite, with that same word by its having that meaning. This usage is based on the idea that the bird is actually painted or passing herself off as something it was not. Quite interesting, quite interesting. And you see all the other words we've used for that particular thing. Now, the next thing we're going to do is get another note from another Bible, and then we will pass on to the Roy Acuff song.